Got that one. 2.23. I'm calling it 2.23. God. Look how wide that sucker is, man. 15.5 inches. Get back in there. Good morning. We're getting after them again. We'll be looking in some brush piles. Maybe find some open water crappie. We'll eventually figure them out, hopefully. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hey, the last fish of the day was the biggest fish I caught all day. It was 2¼ pounds, big old black crappie. And this day was all about making multiple casts to the brush piles, using really finesse techniques, a 64th ounce trout magnet jig head, the Wild Willie's OCD, little minnow, which is 1.75 inches, and the Pearly Gates color, which is his pearl white color. It's really awesome. They love it in the summer, late summer. All right, there's my jig and weight on top of that brush. I'm just bringing it through there multiple times, hoping to trigger one of these fish. There's the jig and weight. Looks like a couple of them are following it, but it was hard to get these fish to commit. It took multiple casts. There's the jig. There's another one following it, but he wouldn't commit. So you just reel it up, chunk it out there, keep throwing it to him until you can trigger a bite. Alright, I'm going to flip it out there. There's my jig and weight coming down about 23 feet from the boat, right on top of those fish. One of them is about to eat it right there. Got that one. That's what I'm talking about. First fish. Hey. Right at 12 inches. Black crappie. 12 incher. Let them go. There's one. There's some good looking fish scattered all along that brush. Chunk out the jig. There it is, dropping down to him. There's a couple good ones right there with that bait. No takers. I'm going to keep reeling it right on top of the structure. Twitch it every once in a while. There's the jig coming up on some fish right there. And no takers. So reel it up, chunk it out there again. Takes a lot of patience fishing this time of the year. Multiple casts. There's the jig and weight coming to them. There's some nice looking fish. Bringing it right on top of them. I was hoping one of them would bite it. You can't really see the jig. I'm just continuing to reel it. Looks like a couple were kind of following it, but no takers. Alright, I'm going to reel it up, throw it out there again. There's my jig and weight right on top of those mugs. Let's see if one of them will eat it. Looks like one of them's following it. Right there. No takers though. Now coming up on top of another good one. They were kind of interested, but they wouldn't commit. So reel it up, throw it out there again. Man, those fish look good in there. I'm getting the ones closest to the boat, and then I'll move closer later. One of them's about to get it right there. Yes! There's one. Right on top of that mass. Very deep. Gonna let you go. A nice 12.5 maybe. Yep, 12.5 inch. Black crappie. 12.5. Two. Alright, get your weight lined up, get your soft plastic lined up, and throw it out there. Still working over that same brush pile right on top of those fish. One of them's not going to waste time. He's got it now. There's number 3. Right on top of that. And these fish were turned on. This time of year can be really tough. The fish can be really picky, and they can be hard to find.
Right at 12 inches.
Black crappie. That's a nice one. Alright, here's the setup. This is a 7-foot 2-inch Berkley C-Series Crappie Pro. 7-foot 2-inch. I got the Daiwa Fuego 2500 series reel, 10-pound test mono. I've been catching them all on this little 64th ounce trout magnet jig head, nickel plated. The Wild Willie's OCD Pearly Gates color. It's kind of pearl white with a silver flecks. They're just wearing it out. And an 1/8 ounce slip sinker pegged. It's a bullet weight. That's the setup. Get it out there again. There's the jig and weight. I think a bunch of those fish are little bluegills. There's some crappie and probably some catfish mixed in there. I'm gonna keep reeling it through them. Hopefully the crappie will eat it. Alright, kind of lose track of the jig. About to reel it up and cast it out there again. There you can see it dropping down to him. Just multiple casts. Get your angles right. Vary your retrieve so you can try to figure out what they want. Looks like one of them's falling right there. He wouldn't commit. I'm gonna keep reeling it. Chunk it out there again. Man, that was a good looking fish right there. There's the jig and weight. Bring it right through those dudes and hopefully one of them will eat it. There's the jig and weight. One of them's about to get it right in that mess right there. Got that one. Right on top. Small. 11 3/4. Black crappie. Hey, do me a favor, hit that like button, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, I'm gonna drop it right down. It's only 7 feet from the boat. This is where a shorter rod kind of helps you. There's my jig and weight. 6 feet away from the transducer. Kind of twitching it. Got that one. One of them couldn't resist it. Right there in that mix. Let's hang out there for a minute. "13-inch black." Nice black crappie 13. Get in there, dude. Alright, I'm still beating up this brush pile. There's a jig and weight. It's coming down about 20 feet from the boat. Right on top of those fish right there. I think a bunch of those are bluegill. But there are some crappie mixed in there. I'm going to keep reeling it through. Okay, there's my jig and weight. Coming on top. I'm going to reel it up. Throw it out there again. See if we can find an interested crappie. There it is, 23 feet from the boat. Okay, there's my jig and weight. One of them's about to grab it right there. Got that one. 100 feet out there. Fishing in this dense brush makes it tough to detect the strike. Sometimes it's hard to visualize your jig on live scope, but you just reel it. You just got to keep working it through the fish. If you know you're in the strike zone, keep working it through there and be ready to set the hook. 11-inch black crappie. It's kind of small. Let him go. Okay, there is my jig. Right through. Look at that massive fish. One of them's about to get it right there. There's a good one. Get up here, dude. It's another one of those situations where you can't really see the jig, but you keep reeling it through and get ready to set the hook. 11 3/4. 11 3/4 inch black crappie. Alright, there's a nice looking group of fish there. There's my jig and weight coming right on top of them. One of them's about to get it. Right there. Got that one. He couldn't resist the wild willies. Good one. Biggest fish of the day right here. 13 inch. Black crappie. Okay, I'm still working over that same brush pile. That's a good looking group of fish right on top of that limb. I'm gonna bring my jig and weight right on top of them. Kind of reeling it through. Kind of lost sight of the jig. One of them's about to hit it right there. Crappie on there, dang. Barely see it. A little small. That one was hard to see. He wanted it though. 10 inch maybe. 10.5 inch black crappie. You go, little fella. Okay, there's still a few fish on those branches right there. There's my jig and weight dropping down right on top of them. Looks like one of them is following it there. He's still following it. That could be a little brim. Kind of lost sight of it there. There's my jig and weight. Now it's right on top of the bottom, or the top of that brush, I mean. Keep dragging it along there. See if one of them will come up out of that brush and eat it. No takers. I'm gonna reel it up, get my transducer lined up, and chunk it out there again. Look at all those fish. Alright, there's my jig and weight 25 feet away, right on top of them. One of them's gonna get it right there. Got that one. Couldn't resist the wild willies. Top lip. 12.5 inch. Almost 12.5. Black crappie. Look at that dude. Come on, buddy. Let's get back in there. Okay, there's a cluster of fish right there. There's my jig and weight coming right on top of them. Hopefully, one of them will be a crappie, and he will eat the jig. Alright, I lost track of that jig, so I'm going to reel it up, throw it out there again. Get out there about 16 feet from the boat. There's my jig and weight right on top of them. One of them's going to get it. Got that one. That's a white crappie. I knew he couldn't resist it. Big old white crappie. I can barely boat flip him. Good Lord have mercy. Look at that monster. It's 15 inch black white crappie. I'm just gonna wait and let you go. I just zeroed out. Let's weigh this Mac Daddy. 0.76. Yeah, I thought he'd weigh more than that. Good Lord. 1.76. Almost 2 pound white. Get back in there, dude. 15-inch white crappie. Okay, this is actually a man-made brush pile. One of those PVC pipe things. There's a jig and weight right on top of it. There's a bunch of fish. I think there's some bluegill and crappie in there. One of them's about to get it. Right on the left side, right there. Got that one. Couldn't resist it. Get up here, dude. That big old black crappie. Goodness gracious. Look at the size of this monster. This is a toad. Look at the size of that. 14 and almost 15-inch black crappie. 15-inch black crappie. Look at that toad. Good night. Get back in there. There's a bunch of fish on this branch. There's my jig and weight coming down to him. I'm gonna drag it along there. Look at that fish underneath. He's about to eat it. He's a big one too. Yes. Got that one. Can barely see it. Good one. Good Lord have mercy. It's a big old black crappie. Man, this sucker's thick. 14 inches long. Look at that. 14-inch black crappie. Flip it out. Look at all those good looking fish. My jig and weight are coming down to them. Top of them there, it's about 12 feet from the boat. Alright, I lost track of it. I'm going to reel it up, throw it out there again. There's a jig and weight, 23 feet from the boat, right on top. Yes! Got that one. He came up and nabbed it. Get in the boat, little white crappie. Big white crappie. .5-inch white crappie. 13.5. Nice one. Would you look at all those fish? My goodness. Okay, one of them's got it in his mouth right when this arrow shows up. He's got it right now. I should be setting the hook already. Oh, got that one. Here's down towards the bottom. Nice one. I couldn't resist it. Just about 13-inch black crappie. 13-inch, nice. All those good looking fish. All right, there's my jig and weight. I'm gonna bring it through them. Man, there is nothing like feeling that thump. And one of them's about to get it right there. Got that one. He could not resist. Get up here, dude. Easy, man. Easy. Rip your mouth up. 12-inch black crappie. Nice one. 12-incher. When you get hung up, don't cut your line at the water. Wrap the line around your hand or a towel or something. Reel it up till it's kind of tight. Wrap your hand around it and then just pull straight back, and it breaks it at the knot. You don't want to cut your line at the water and then leave 30 feet of line in the water. It kills the fish and messes up fishing for everybody else. because then everyone else gets snagged up on that line. That's one tip I can give you. All right, get your soft plastic lined up right. Make sure your weight's hanging straight. Flip it out there, and the magic will happen. I want you to look at the size of this fish on LiveScope after he eats it. He's about to get it right there. Got that one. Last fish of the day. Get up here, dude. Oh, that's a good Lord. That's a way to end the day. Look at this toad. My goodness. Gosh. This crappie is 15.5 inches long. Look at that toad, man. 15.5 inches. Look at that, man. Gosh. Wait. Man, that toad has got some shoulders on it. 2 point. That's a nice crappie right there. 2.23. I'm calling it 2.23. Gosh, 2.23 pound crappie. Look at that. Look how wide that sucker is, man. 15.5 inches. Get back in there. We ended up catching 19. All of them were out of brush. Fishing in the summer, the action can be phenomenal. You just got to zero in on what they're eating and downsize. Hey, thanks for watching. God bless you. Get out there and go fishing soon.